Electric light spills through the rafters, carving shadows into the line. A geometry of silent disasters, suspended in the teeth of time. The air is thick with crystalline friction, where the velvet meets the blade. A beautiful jagged contradiction in the sanctuary we mislaid. The silence isn't hollow, it's a pressure on the bone, a path for the ghost to follow through the corridors of stone. Abrasive grace in empty halls, the friction of the spirit as it falls. It cuts like diamonds, bright and cold. A story that the echoes never told. Scraping against the edges of the night, in the architecture of a blinding light. Abrasive grace in empty halls. Tracing scars on the marble veins, a calculus of cold desire. The oxygen is heavy with the stains of an ancient frozen fire. We are moving through the tension, where the hollow meets the height in a fourth dimension. Suspension, grip the razor edge of light. Abrasive grace in empty halls, friction of the spirit as it falls. It cuts like diamonds, bright and cold. A story that the echoes never told. Scraping against the edges of the night, in the architecture of a blinding light. Abrasive grace in empty halls. Bleed the color from the atmosphere until the jagged lines are clear. Let the sharpness take hold in the ruins of the bold. Let it break, let it burn to the dust we return. Abrasive grace in empty halls, the friction of the spirit as it falls. It cuts like diamonds, bright and cold. A story that the echoes never told. Scraping against the edges of the night, in the architecture of a blinding light. Abrasive grace in empty halls, in the empty halls. Abrasive grace, the echo fades, the echo stays. Empty halls. Abrasive grace in empty halls. Abrasive grace The city dissolves into a haze of neon ghosts, while we anchor our souls to the humming coast. Gravity is a fable we used to believe, as the fabric of logic begins to unweave. Copper and salt, the scent of the storm, in the space where the shadows begin to transform. Slow as a signal through the midnight air, we follow the shimmer like a forgotten prayer. Every heartbeat is a drum in a digital sea. Surrender the spark to the white frequency. The tension is gilded, the friction is blind, leaving the weight of the wreckage behind. And the night opens wide, like a circuit board sky, where the broken and brilliant collide and collide. Catch the velvet static between our fingertips, a thousand dead suns in a silent eclipse. We are the hum, we are the rush, painting the void with a luminous brush, tracing the current, the fever, the glow. Nowhere to hide and nowhere to go. Just velvet static between our fingertips, and the whole world trembling at the edge of the lips. Temporal tides are receding from view. There is no more me, there is no more you. Only the shudder of atoms in flight, caught in the throat of the blossoming light. Your touch is a frequency ancient and sharp, plucking the strings of a carbon fiber harp. And every echo that trembles through bone feels like a message from a place we once known. We drift through the afterglow, silver and thin, with the universe opening under our skin. Every heartbeat is a drum in a digital sea. Surrender the spark to the white frequency. The tension is gilded, the friction is blind, leaving the weight of the wreckage behind. And the night opens wide, like a circuit board sky, where the broken and brilliant collide and collide. Catch the velvet static between our fingertips, a thousand dead suns in a silent eclipse. We are the hum, we are the rush, painting the void with a luminous brush, tracing the current, the fever, the glow. Nowhere to hide and nowhere to go. Just velvet static between our fingertips, and the whole world trembling at the edge of the lips. Vibrate, dissolve, become the noise, the beautiful shimmering noise. Hold on, let go. We are the signal, bending through the dark like a wire of gold. We are the ache and the answer, the pulse, the spark, the after image. In the hush of the wires, in the breath between beats, we are lanterns of light on impossible streets. The skyline is folding a ribbon of flame, and nothing will ever be exactly the same. So pull me closer through the static haze. Let the current rewrite our familiar days. If the world is a wound, then tonight let it sing. Let it bloom into sound on a trembling string. Let the thunder inside us keep widening its room, till the dark is a door and the door is the moon. Casing is a rusted sun, a brass horizon in my hand, where ancient gears begin to run through mountains made of velvet sand. I feel the friction of the years, the ghost of hands that carve the light, dissolving all my dormant fears into the pulse of silvered night. The mainspring breeze, a hidden lung in languages no longer sung, a rhythmic tether taut and fine across the fault of space and time. Echoes of my father's pocket watch, synchronization mercury suspension in the hollow of the throat. An unformed syntax, drifting like a ghost. It holds the mass of nebulae within a single breath. The heavy silence lingering before the seismic crest. Orbits start to waver in the static of the air. The pressure of the void is more than I can bear. A silent incantation pulling oceans from their bed. The crushing weight of everything we left unsaid. It is the tidal gravity, the pulse beneath the skin. The universe is folding where the syllable begins. A singular momentum that is tearing us apart. The tidal gravity of the word within the The architecture trembles at the edge of the event. 100,000 solar flares in perfect discontent. It does not need a voice to move the silver of the sea. This density of longing is our only destiny. Orbits start to waver in the static of the air. sedation of a dream once new, where iron pulses with a frozen ring, and shadows anchored to a hollow swing. The sand is crushed into a velvet haze, a calcified map of our younger days. The clockwork silence of the carousel, a story only rusted gears can tell. Resonance rising from the tactile cold as the parchment of the sky begins to fold. Can you hear the frequency of what was lost, suspended in a lattice of the morning frost? Sepia dust on playground chimes, echoing through the veins of time. We are the vibration in the hollow steel, the only ghost that the wind can feel. Lifting higher than the rusted heights, into the glow of the ancient lights. Sepia dust on playground chimes, singing the rhythm of 1,000 lives. The geometry of a forgotten game, where every salt stain carries a name. Grit in the hinges of the heavy air, the ghost of emotion still lingering there. We are the alchemy of heat and stone, finding a temple in the ruins alone. From the pulverized remains of a golden hour to the dormant strength of a silent power. Resonance rising from the tactile cold as the parchment of the sky begins to fold. Can you hear the frequency of what was lost, suspended in a lattice of the morning frost? Sepia dust on playground chimes, echoing through the veins of time. We are the vibration in the hollow steel, the only ghost that the wind can feel. Lifting higher than the rusted heights, into the glow of the ancient lights. Sepia dust on playground chimes, singing the rhythm of 1,000 lives. Under the lattice of a fractured sun, we trace the roots that the daylight run. Each chipped promise in the painted frame keeps a little ember of the same old flame. The tethered echoes of a younger breath refuse to disappear into measured death, so we return where the echoes lean to the faded gold and the oxidized green. Resonance rising from the tactile cold as the parchment of the sky begins to fold. Can you hear the frequency of what was lost, suspended in a lattice of the morning frost? Sepia dust on playground chimes, echoing through the veins of time. We are the vibration in the hollow steel, the only ghost that the wind can feel. Lifting higher than the rusted heights, into the glow of the ancient lights. Sepia dust on playground chimes, singing the rhythm of 1,000 lives. Inhale the static of a turning world, watch as the copper light is uncurled. It is not ending, it is only changed. The architecture of the soul rearranged. Let the resonance break the seal of everything we used to feel. And if the silence comes back again, we will listen until it sings through the rusted frame. Sepia dust on playground chimes, echoing through the veins of time. We are the vibration in the hollow steel, the only ghost that the wind can feel. Lifting higher than the rusted heights, thousand lives, singing the rhythm, the sepia dust, and the vibration of the playground chimes, fade into the ember, fade into the light. The chimes remain, dust remains, still singing. Frequency fractures beneath the skin, where the data ends and the ghosts begin. A million signals in a frantic race, dissolving the lines of time and space. The signal to noise is a dying plea, as the hum of the world swallows me. The resonance begins to climb, transcending the architecture of time. The current is heavy, the current is deep, waking the secrets the constellations keep. I am surrendering to the static storm, where the jagged edges start to feel so warm. Let the white noise wash my soul away in the golden blur of the cosmic fray. Through the distortion I finally see the beautiful chaos of being free. I am the thunder, I am the light, lost in the pulse of the velvet night. Pixels and atoms begin to blur. The silence is more than a whisper, a purr. I've unlearned the language of solid things, to ride on the tension the frequency brings. The storm isn't hollow, it's a crowded grace, a sanctuary in a non-linear place. The resonance begins to climb, transcending the architecture of time. The current is heavy, the current is deep, waking the secrets the constellations Soft pulse in the glass, a whisper before the vast. Siphoning starlight through silicate nerves, the architecture exhales a static hum. Obsidian canyons where the silence curves, waiting for the alchemy of light to come. The asphalt skin is cold and gray, while ghosts of motion start to play. Kinetic echoes in the fiber optics, a tectonic shift in the data stream. The atmosphere is becoming chaotic, waking the ghost inside the machine. Flowing through the neon veins of a sleeping city, translucent rivers beneath the skin of the night. We are the pulse in the dead of the silence. Electric blood burning white, surging through the neon veins of a sleeping city. Luminescent currents taking flight. The world is dreaming in shades of cyan, lost in the geometry of life. Argon brass through the ventilation, monoliths watching the horizon dissolve. A billion sparks in a silent station, equations of motion we can never solve. The grid is hungry for the break of dawn, before the magic of the dark is gone. Kinetic echoes in the fiber optics, a tectonic shift in the data stream. The atmosphere is becoming chaotic, waking the ghost inside the machine. Flowing through the neon veins of a sleeping city, translucent rivers beneath the skin of the night. We are the pulse in the dead of the silence. Electric blood burning white, surging through the neon veins of a sleeping city. Luminescent currents taking flight. The world is dreaming in shades of cyan, lost in the geometry of life. Connect the dots of the constellations, flicker in the cold machine. A momentary celebration of everything that stays unseen. Hold the line through the fracture, let the midnight circuitry sing. If the skyline falls to shadow, we become the spark that lingers in everything. Neon rain, slow fade, heartbeat under glass. City-wide refrains passing like a flash. Flowing through the neon veins of a sleeping city, translucent rivers beneath the skin of the night. We are the pulse in the dead of the silence. Electric blood burning white, surging through the neon geometry of life. In the neon veins, where the silence remains burning white through the night. Sleeping city. Caustic light spills through the rafters, carving shadows into the line. A geometry of silent disasters, suspended in the teeth of time. The air is thick with crystalline friction, where the velvet meets the blade. A beautiful jagged contradiction in the sanctuary we mislaid. Silence isn't hollow, it's a pressure on the bone, a path for the ghost to follow through the corridors of stone. Abrasive grace in empty halls, the friction of the spirit as it falls. It cuts like diamonds, bright and cold. A story that the echoes never told. Scraping against the edges of the night, in the architecture of a blinding light. Abrasive grace in empty halls. Tracing scars on the marble veins, a calculus of cold desire. The oxygen is heavy with the stains of an ancient frozen fire. We are moving through the tension, where the hollow meets the height in a fourth dimension. Suspension, grip the razor edge of light. Abrasive grace in empty halls, the friction of the spirit as it falls. It cuts like diamonds, bright and cold. A story that the echoes never told. Scraping against the edges of the night, in the architecture of a blinding light. Abrasive grace in empty halls. Bleed the color from the atmosphere until the jagged lines are clear. Let the sharpness take hold in the ruins of the bold. Let it break, let it burn to the dust we return. Abrasive grace in empty halls, empty halls. In the empty halls, abrasive grace. The echo fades, the echo stays. Empty halls, abrasive grace. In empty halls, abrasive grace. In empty halls, the echo fades, then lingers on through the hollow where we belong. The casing is a rusted sun, a brass horizon in my hand, where ancient gears begin to run through mountains made of velvet sand. I feel the friction of the years, the ghost of hands that carve the light, dissolving all my dormant fears into the pulse of silvered night. The mainspring breeze, a hidden lung in languages no longer sung, a rhythmic tether taut and fine across the fault of space and time. Echoes of my father's pocket watch, synchronization of the soul, beyond the reach of every notch, the fragments merging to a whole. One tick to wake the sleeping stars, one talk to mend the deepest scars. I'm drifting on a golden thread where gravity and silence wed. Escapement is a steady heart, a pendulum of blood and bone, tearing the tapestry apart to find the seeds that he had sown. It isn't metal, isn't glass, it's liquid history in a shell, watching the constellations pass within this hollow copper bell. The mainspring breathes a hidden lung in languages no longer sung, a rhythmic tether taut and fine across the fault of space and time. Echoes of my father's pocket watch, synchronization of the soul, beyond the reach of every notch, the fragments merging to a whole. a cellulose spine, a relic of symmetry, a deliberate design. Born from the stillness of a singular thought, in the grip of a gale, I am what I saw. Every crease is a memory, every edge is a scar, pulled from the orbit of a dying star. The atmosphere exhales a jagged breath, tracing the anatomy of a beautiful death. Static in the marrow, static in the bone. The spiral is calling me home. Unfolding like a paper crane in a hurricane. White fibers fraying in the centrifugal rain. I am the geometry of a ghost, finding the center where the center is lost. I am becoming the wind where the paper ends and the light begins. The centrifugal force is a lover's embrace, erasing the lines of a folded face. Flattened by fury, released from the form. The only architecture that survives the storm is the weightless intent of the pulse underneath, slipping the blade from the paper sheet. The atmosphere exhales a jagged breath, tracing the anatomy of a beautiful death. Static in the marrow, static in the bone. The spiral is calling me home. Unfolding like a paper crane in a hurricane. White fibers fraying in the centrifugal rain. I am the geometry of a ghost, finding the center where the center is lost. I am becoming the wind where the paper ends and the light begins. I was traced by a hand that trembled in light, a prayer made visible, folded tight. Each angle a vow, each fold a plea to be more than the shape that contained me. But the storm has a way of teaching the sky how to break open, how to rise. The atmosphere exhales a jagged breath, tracing the anatomy of a beautiful death. Static in the marrow, static in the bone. The spiral is calling me home. Unfolding like a paper crane in a hurricane. White fibers fraying in the centrifugal rain. I am the geometry of a ghost, finding the center where the center is lost. I am becoming the wind where the paper ends and the light begins. At the eye of the road there is a hollow grace, a blank white sheet in a breathless space. No more fold, no more walls, just the gravity of the rise and the mercy of the fall. If I vanish, let me vanish in flight. If I scatter, let me scatter in light. No longer a vessel, no longer a name, only the motion that carries the flame, only the hush beneath the howl, only the now, only the now. Unfolding like a paper crane in a hurricane. atmosphere is thickening with leaden weight, a geometry of shadows etched upon the floor. You are an architect of the unspoken state, a marble hall behind a velvet curtain door. The oxygen is freezing into jagged glass, while the clock hands spin in circles of decay, waiting for the phantom of your voice to pass. But the static of your absence leads the way. The void begins to shiver at the edges, a sudden flash against the monochrome. Distant stars are falling off the ledges, seeking for a frequency called home. Through the fractured prism of your silence, the white light scatters into violent hues, an incandescent ghost of defiance, refracting all the words we had to lose. I am drowning in the spectrum of the quiet, in the chromatic ghost of what we were, beautiful and kaleidoscopic riot, beneath the glass where no more echoes stir. Beneath the surface of this crystalline restraint are the archetypes of everything we feared. The colors of your hesitation, cold and faint, mapping out the atlas where we disappeared. Every heartbeat is a hammer on the shards, splintering the stillness into sharp debris. The distance isn't soft, it's diamond hard, an endless ocean of a frozen sea. The void begins to shiver at the edges, a sudden flash against the monochrome. Distant stars are falling off the ledges, seeking for a frequency called home. Through the fractured prism of your silence, the white light scatters into violent hues, an incandescent ghost of defiance, tracing lines on a vellum sea, where shadows bleed into geometry. Our pulses click in rhythmic code, carving paths on a charcoal road. The wind is made of turning pages, whispering through the paper cages. We are the glitch in the ink, standing on a fiber's brink. One spark could turn the white to gray before the logic drifts away. As we are passing by, you are the pulse, I am the stream, woven in a heavyweight dream. No gravity to hold the weight of the math that sealed our fate. We are the glitch in the ink, standing on a fiber's brink. One spark could turn the white to gray before the logic drifts away. Binary hearts in a paper world, where every dream is a page unfurled. Electric ghosts in a fragile frame, calling out a digital name. We flicker in the creases of the fold, a story written in a script of gold. Synthetic souls on a thin horizon, while the sun of static starts its rising. Now the margins start to breathe, with every code we dare believe. Footsteps echo through the spine of every line we intertwine. If the page begins to fray, we'll write new light into the gray. We are the glitch in the ink, standing on a fiber's brink. One spark could turn the white to gray before the logic drifts away. Every folded shadow's gone.